And we are live! Hello and welcome to this week's episode of Isle of the Damned, episode 6. Uh, Today, we return with our usually scheduled content. I am your host, aka the storyteller, Mark, aka the CatsMeow, and this is my channel. I hope you enjoy your time here. I may sound a little different than I usually do. I'm currently recovering from a cold. So make sure you pray to me. Make sure you pray to Cain to relieve me of this horrific curse. Um, in the meantime, how about we go through and introduce our lovely cast and the characters they will be playing? And we're going to do so in a very special order, starting with Iris.
Me? Um, Hi, I'm Rebecca and I play Sister Iris de la Sombra. I remember sister this time. I have a title.
Very
Good
nice.
title.
Next up, as well as the first time we get to see his lovely face, Drew, give us
Oh
an
no.
intro.
Oh no. Hi, I'm Drew. I play Sir Oliver the Ventru. And Mark, by the way, just as the ST, no breaks.
All right, no breaks.
Yep.
Next up, a lovely Zamitsi. Blue, give us an introduction.
I don't know if I'm lovely, but I am blue. And tonight I'm going to be
Aw.
playing Gwyneth, who maybe Gwyneth is lovely. You know what I mean? That's fine. Issa Zamitzi and also the prince of the city currently. We'll see what happens.
Currently, you have a lot of faith
For
in
now.
So many
yourself.
people listen to him. He's not just the guy yelling in the corner. I promise.
Hmm.
And next up, Thomas. Introduce us to your character.
Hello, my name is Thomas, and I will be playing Randolph of Clan Gangrel, a hunter of Peel, and generally.
Fair enough. And last and certainly not least, Mars.
Hello, I am Mars, and I will be playing Maud of the Bloodline Aramanes. She does not have a cool title, but she is badass.
Well, technically, your cool title is Valkyrie.
Yeah.
You are
Oh,
Valkyrie.
true. Yes, that
Hey.
is true. I forgot about that.
All right. And with that, I think we could jump into a recap. Who would like to lead the recap for this week?
Sounds like Thomas.
I mean,
Yeah.
I made the
Go
notes
for it,
available,
Thomas.
and the notes of this one are fairly sparse, so you guys could do it if you like, but I would be happy to do it if not.
Thomas, you can
Let's
do
listen
it.
to your voice without the
And
Yeah.
accent.
by you doing it,
There.
I will allow next time you pick anyone in the group to do it in your place for next week.
Yeah, let's go.
Thank you kindly. We began with a haunting vision, seeing Iris in her mortal life, full of faith and love and light, serene and beatific, and then she gets drowned, submerged entirely in inky black water. And we see a figure, handsome and very, very evil, dancing with her, twirling her around before the limbs become tenebrous and shadow begins to surround her. And then inky black darkness spills from her lips, retching out a thick black ichor. And that was the vignette, and very disturbing. Um, from there,
It's wholesome.
we culminated in Iris and Randolph's mission. We dealt with the guards who spotted us last time in various ways, killing one, wounding the other, dragging them away, and then we did a little bit of sneakery. Um, Breaking in to the manor house, we found the Viking pacing and ranting at his captive, saying something about seeing the signs of the end of the world and about creatures in the night. Randolph, being a creature of the night, took offense and tried to bite him, but realized soon after biting into him that he had chainmail armor protecting him. So they fought for a little bit as he tried to wrestle this huge Viking and bite his arm, draining enough blood for him to lose consciousness. Somehow convinced the captive lady that he was there to help, removed the bindings, dropped the guy out the window, carried her out the window, and then ran across, like as people tried to break into the room they had the fight in, handed them over to Iris, went around, got the box, got the wagon, brought them to the church, and handed it in to another Nosferatu, but not Sister Morana. We then returned to the big group. And then we looked in on the prince and Oliver and Maud, who received a guest, a member of the House of Tremere, whom nobody liked immediately. Everybody hated that guy. Oswald was his name. And he comes here and had an arrangement with Father Collins in the past, though none of us know him. And after that, we talked a little bit about what we were going to do with the person who declared praxis over the entirety of the island. And that's more or less where we left, except that the captive we saved, that was staying in the cathedral with Sister Iris, while Maud slept there as well, vanished come the next night.
And I do want to say, I think it's very funny in the notes. For an entire section, Thomas has just written "sneak, sneak, sneak, yo, mama."
I was in the scene. I couldn't write detailed notes.
It's
He was the MVP. He
You're in
did
the
all the
moment.
work last
he's
episode.
wonderful.
So
He's
Thank you so much.
lovely.
gonna-
I do just want to point that out because it tickled me, and I thought it would tickle everyone else.
we're gonna let him insult everyone's mom that he wants to. It's fine.
He
We'll
could
let him.
insult my mom as much as he wants.
Oh, thank you so much.
Yes. Also, Maud, in particular, did actually recognize Oswald, having met him once before.
Indeed.
Yes.
Yeah.
Did I write that down? I didn't write that down. That's my bad.
Ha ha ha.
Thomas,
I had it in my notes.
your notes are incredible and impeccable.
Maud has
Brilliant
also
show
met
something.
the Baroness of Ulster before as well. although
Yes,
I think
yeah.
there was
The Baroness
less
of
to
Ulster.
remember about that interaction.
Yeah, it was brief.
The Baroness of Ulster is a name. I have it written down.
I don't actually have the name of the
You haven't
Baroness of
told us.
Ulster.
Yeah, you haven't.
I
Told
don't
us
think
yet.
you guys
can
have
if
learned
you
the
want.
name of her. I'll give you the
Indeed.
name
Nope.
because
Nope, we sure have.
We do know that Ulster is part of the Baronies of Avalon, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, yeah, Baronies of Avalon. I had that written down.
yeah,
Oh, was it? Oh,
here we
Eileen.
go. Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah, come on, Eileen.
That'd help us all.
Alright. With that, we can begin tonight's session. With some creepy music that should be played.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah. I think it's just a quiet of mind.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Alright then. In the cold, grey dawn of a northern forest, we see a red-headed warrior standing across from a warrior with locks a silvery grey. Feminine figures, muscular and strong. We see two large ethereal wings extend from behind them. What at first seems to be coming from the back is revealed to be coming from slightly behind and below. We see these two Valkyries and recognize the features of one to be Maud, and we see the other to be the older looking features of her sire, Astrid. We watch as these two strong warrior figures clash together. Astrid's relentless strikes pressing Maud to her very limit. We hear words string from the mouth of Astrid. Strength is more than sinew and steel, she commands, as she teaches Maud to move with purpose and summon the very spirits themselves that grant true power. We watch as this vision shifts to see Maud, now in the dim glow of a firelight, kneeling beside a red-haired woman who matches her features. A beloved, once her student, lying lifeless. We see as Maud's crimson blood drips from her wrist down to the woman's lips, but her eyes remain closed, unmoved. A single red tear slips from Maud's eye as we watch the memory fade, leaving her in the darkness of a church, haunted by all she could not save. With that, as we focus in on Maud's face, our camera pans upwards to see her and Iris as they stand together, having just left the places where they were havening for the night, only to look out and realize their charge, the woman known as Orla, is gone, and with her, the knowledge she holds.
Should we try and track her down?
Oh, I think that's a good idea, yes.
Should we tell the others? Or strike before the trail goes cold?
I'm content to strike off on my own to look for her. But I think that you should tell the others.
If that
Especially
is
Randolph.
what you... Of course. Yes, if that is what you wish.
If you're alright with that.
Of course. I'd probably slow you down.
I'll start looking for her then.
Yes.
But
Good
what
luck.
you... Oh, thanks. But what do you want me to do with her?
Oh. Well,
If I find her?
make sure that she is alright. And... oh, where to... I suppose... give her to Sister Mana? Or did the prince want to speak to her? I don't remember. I think the prince wanted to speak to her.
I think so. At the very least, I believe it would be a good idea to run that by him.
Yes. I wouldn't want to, transgress again.
Yes, that would be probably not good, but I don't have a good sense when it comes to those things and what counts.
Nor I. Father Collins was much easier to read and predict. But there's always change when new leaders come into power.
I suppose,
Always.
yes.
Things get used to, I suppose. But, I'm slowing you down already.
Well, it's alright,
Ash.
I'll head off now.
Yes. I'll see you later.
I think Maud just nods before kind of like walking out of the church proper.
Yes, and Iris turns to go find the prince and Randolph.
All right.
Mr. Oliver, maybe.
Well, yes, I suppose that on the way, but Maud did specifically say to find Randolph, and I need to report to the prince.
Oliver
So
can
it
also
track
meant like-
us.
It just sounded like we just like the prince and Randolph are over here, like having their own secret
Still
meeting,
gossiping.
and then who knows where Sir Oliver is.
Look, I have my order of operations.
All right. With that, we're gonna stay with Maud for a moment as Maud steps out of the church. How would you like to begin the investigation to attempt to track her down?
I think that Maud would. I think she might mainly focus on the kind of like her general surroundings and try to see if there's anything in terms of like noticeable like footprints or anything left kind of like nearby, possibly that might give an indication of someone going in a particular direction.
Make a wit survival.
Hell yes, let's go. With survival. Where is survival? There it is. Difficulty.
This will be difficulty 8.
Difficulty 8. Alright. Oh, yep, that one. Goddamn.
Yeah. I think mostly what you find is that there aren't many footsteps, as it almost immediately goes from the church gardens to like a cobblestone footpath, and you pretty much lose any sense of trail there.
Yeah.
You would, however, as you're looking around, notice what looks to be a piece of a torn dress, or rather a torn fabric that seems to be caught in like a rose bush next to the church. But you don't have any evidence of where it leads.
I think Maud would kind of toy with it in her fingers for a moment. And then I think that she might try. Who's these? I think she might try to essentially spending a point of blood, I think she might try to call upon the spirit of possibly an animal, possibly some sort of. I think dogs are particularly good at, like, not a bloodhound, but like that's the kind of vibe I was thinking. Something that can help with tracking.
Alright, a hound of some sort.
Yeah, hound of some sort. Yeah.
Sure thing. Make the roll to call for the spirit.
I will. Good. And who she is. Right, this was Spiritus. Charisma, Animal Ken, difficulty 7.
Yeah.
One.
You call upon
Bad
the
luck
power of the
here.
spirits, but you find that in the city, the connection to the natural world is not there. And you find you're unable to call forth a spirit.
Alright. I think in that case, Maud might, seeing as she can't really gain much just from the nearby surroundings, tries to think to herself where she thinks someone might run off to, possibly, if they were scared after seeing and being exposed to something that they've been exposed to. Is there anything, like, nearby, in terms of, like, nearby buildings? Is there, like, a nearby forest, possibly?
The closest forest would be out of the city, so you'd have to make your
Out of
way
the
out
city?
of
Yeah,
the
so
city
she
gates.
very likely... Yep, so she very likely went into the city. Yeah.
Oh, the church is
think
currently
more-
inside the city, but there is like a further insider part of the city where it's much
Yeah.
easier.
Makes sense, yeah. I think Maud might just, at least for the time being, to get a better sense of her surroundings, might head into the city and just kind of like trying to avoid people for the most part.
Alright.
And just kind of keeping an eye out.
Which streetwise?
Ooh, let's go. Let me just double check I have streetwise.
I believe streetwise is a... Again. Hello!
Oh,
Sorry for that.
hello.
OBS
Yay!
decided it was going to crash my computer.
No!
So that happened.
Of course.
So that happened.
So that
So that-
happened.
We
I mean,
survived.
the internet's faulty. I don't know what you're talking about.
The internet doesn't work. It's a myth.
Yep. Yep.
It's
Oh,
also
It's,
never
sick.
mind.
it's not real.
Let me
Oh,
just-
so you said streetwise, but I don't see a streetwise.
You didn't actually roll the wit streetwise yet.
No, I didn't. No, because I can't see a streetwise on my abilities. I was double checking if I had it.
Oh, sorry.
Maybe
there
it
isn't.
doesn't exist in Dark
There's
Ages.
no, there's
I don't
no
think it
Dark
does.
Ages streetwise.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
Yeah.
in that case, it's going to be something else.
Yeah.
Streetwise.
I mean, she's looking around. Could it be perception?
Well, this is not going to change anything because it needs to be an ability.
No, fair enough, but it would change. I have a much better perception than wit.
Fair enough. I
Famous
think in this
last
case, yeah, it's probably going to be a perception and alertness. Difficulty
oh,
7.
hell yeah. Difficulty 7? Awesome. Perception alertness. Let's go. This is good for me, actually. Alright. Perception. Alertness. Difficulty 7. Willpower. Let me decide. I will also spend a willpower. Oh, of course! That's the, what, 3 10?
Jesus.
If you If you've got a specialty, that's 9 successes.
Oh, actually, wait, yeah, that. Oh no, that specialty's navigation. But I
Good
was a bit.
lord,
Yeah, that
Maud.
wouldn't count for
Yeah.
this. You're
Nah,
not
I didn't think it would
navigating.
6
count. But
successes.
6 successes.
Damn. All right, so with
You
6
go
successes, you are keeping an eye out. And I think while that's happening, we're going to cut back to the group as they arrive together for their nightly meeting, as everything's in kind of war mode at the moment. He's not here. She's definitely not here. And Maud is not here. Yes, our round table has arrived. Probably Randolph, Oliver, and Gwynedd arriving earlier, as we then see Iris arrive to see the others have already made their way here. With that, the scene is yours.
I've got a quick question first. Did Gwyneth tell us the outcome of his Kryna scrying from last episode?
I mean, there wasn't a lot to share. I think he did it right before resting, so probably not.
Got you. In that case, Randolph will say, Sir Oliver, I'm ready when your people are to guide them to the other villages if necessary, to meet with any polities that might be there, and to discreetly remove any springs of influence that our foe might have placed.
I believe they rode out during the day, and beyond that, let's see what the prince needs us to do. Thank
Well,
you.
in that case, I can't guide them very well, but it's appreciated.
I don't think that messengers to the other cities will bear much fruit. I believe what is to come is between Douglas and Peel, but don't let me stop you from sending out searching fingers if that is what will make you feel better. Information is always good. Note, Randolph, I meant to speak with you after what happened yesterday eve. I do appreciate your courtesy to Sister Iris in your endeavor when you dropped off the box to Sister Morana without looking inside it or bringing it back. But I would encourage you in the future, you have good instincts. If your instinct was to look inside the box, I would say follow that in the future. Of course, I trust you, and your judgment has always been good in my experience, but I just wanted to encourage you. Perhaps choose
Thank you, my
instinct
prince.
over instinct over politeness or courtesy next time.
I'm glad indeed to hear it, and that you have faith in me. I will admit that Sister Iris has better political instincts, perhaps, but that mystery is going to be one that rankles at my mind for a little while longer. Still, hopefully that chapter is now closed.
Well, we shall see. We don't know what we don't know. I think at this point, the more information we have, the better, but it's just my feeling.
Quite so. We need to make sure
What's
that our
done
own
is
house
done.
is in order.
Exactly.
Sister Iris, hello.
Hello.
Good evening, sister.
Good evening. So, I have news. Perhaps good news to follow, but currently not. Orla, departed during the day. Maud is going after her. but she's very capable, so I have no doubts that she'll bring her back.
She escaped.
You didn't
You mean?
tie her up or anything?
Well, she wasn't a prisoner. She was
No.
there at the church to recover.
I'll say this. While I understand how this could have happened, we brought her in because the alternative that we said at the church was that she would live but have an unpleasant time. I believe soon an unpleasant time may be occurring. She'll likely be going to her house, or the rest of the O'Catherine's. I'm sure Maud's on it. But
Quite so.
if this gets out, it's a massive breach of the silence. Not only did everything she experienced that night happen, she also has a lot of rambling and ranting from the prisoner we've got in the dungeon, who
Yes.
I hope hasn't
Randall.
left.
I know. I'm
This is.
aware, which is why I
believe,
sent Maud after her.
I believe we're all aware of the risks here. Randolph, I think you're the best one to track her down. Do you mind?
Understood. He goes over
Yes.
to the window.
Right. So we watch Randolph jump out the window and plummet to his death. No.
No.
Bye.
Goodbye, Randolph. Yes, Randolph takes 6 lethal damage. No, he will spend a blood point to adopt the form of an eagle. There are 8 agonizing seconds as you see, perhaps Gwyneth familiar with the flesh ripping and warping.
An eagle at
he
night?
takes-
Are you sure?
Yeah, he's good.
Okay.
This eagle's got bad sleeping habits,
Listen, it's
and speed is
You're
of
the
the
expert.
essence. Indeed. He would be an
Alright.
owl, but they're so slow.
With that, as we watch Randolph in his eagle form fly off into the night, there is a knock upon the door.
Shall I? And then she moves to open the door.
As you open the door, a familiar figure stands outside of it. Stuart Anders. A letter
And
for you all, my lords.
thank you,
Thank
Anders.
you.
Thank you, Stuart.
He bows and makes his exit. As you open the letter,
Iris will bind her.
you actually realize this is not a letter that's addressed to all, or you all. Instead, it is a letter addressed to Father Collins from
Ooh.
King Olaf.
What does it say?
It is requesting a meeting set for about an hour from now in the castle. Actually, no. Set about, by the time you would have received this, 15 minutes
say
from
an hour
now
ago?
in the castle.
Oh shit. Gwyneth, how fast can you be ready for a princely meeting?
I'm ready. Shall we go?
You and I? Well, we can.
So, Oliver, what do you think? Would you like to come as well?
It's the royal you.
If that's what you wish, yes. I could also stay back and wait for the others to arrive. It's up to you.
I think, seeing as the person he's requested is not answering, couldn't hurt to have someone who is actually on the battlefield with us.
Fair enough. It'll be my honor, shall we?
Let's.
Alright.
You see,
You
see the
three?
crew walking out in slow motion all together.
Yeah.
There's explosions behind them. Yep.
Rocks fall,
Uh,
everyone dies.
Exactly. Right. And with that, you eventually make your way through the castle towards the location that was designated. A passage in the castle that is not often crossed by the servants and people that live here. And as you make your way through, eventually you see two figures, both with cloaks, the hoods down, and there's like a small torch in the corner that burns. As you see, here we go. King Olaf the Black, and another figure you don't recognize. And you see they are both there waiting for you.
Iris will look to the prince and sort of indicate that it's probably their move.
Good evening, King Olaf. You had sent for Father Collins, but we are here in his stead.
Olaf and the other figure turn to face you. The other figure, the man with a clean-shaven hair, places a hand on a sword next to him. As King Olaf raises his hand, looks at you and goes, "I see. Is there another time that I might be able to organize a proper meeting with Father Collins?"
We do not know when he will be back.
"I see.
Is your business with him specifically or with the Prince of Peel?
Kind of looks a little confused. Turns to the man next to him, and the man next to him just kind of looks back and then looks at you, though.
I think what the
Well-
sister meant to say is the spiritual leader of Peel. And again, we are handling business for Father Collins in his absence.
I see." And with that,
How may we be of service?
Olaf just turns to the man next to him and says a few words in Norse. Do any of you speak Norse?
I speak
I
broken
have
Norse. Conversational
Lingua
Norse.
franca again, so.
I've got that language merit that gives me the
Yeah,
ability
lingua
to
franca.
at least have basic. Yeah.
From what you guys can tell, he says to like something something and then mistranslation. And then he just kind of shakes his head and goes, "Yes, I wanted to thank him. Presumably, I assume that the extra banners that I did not recognize during my fight against my brother were thanks to him."
Yes, they were thanks to Oliver and other members of our council.
"I see. Well, you have my thanks, Sir Oliver."
It's my pleasure to serve the island and keep it safe to those it belongs to.
You know, it's... Well, in truth, I know not if you, are aware of, but, Father Collins has long since been a confidant to me and my father before me. I've known him only to be a good man. But if he is not around, I assume as you have received his letter meant for him, you are at least companions or confidants of the father.
We're all on his council, yes. I have served under him for many years, directly.
I see. I think I may have seen you around somewhere.
The church, most likely.
Ah, I knew I recognized the garb. You must be a sister of some sort.
Yes, indeed.
With that, the person next to him goes, Your Majesty, if I might, how can we trust these people are even who they say they are? Maybe they stole the letter meant for the good father. That the
With
king kind
all
of waves his hand.
due
Oh, go ahead.
respect, with all due respect, I'm Sir Oliver of Normandy. My honor is my life, and we would not simply steal something meant for Father Collins. The words that the sister speaks are true. She has served him, and we are here in his stead.
The man narrows his eyes. The king seems to go. As is said, I'll take them at their word. No need for
Can I make
such.
some sort of like charisma or persuasion roll here?
Sure. This would be
Could I possibly go for an intimidation roll when I did that?
absolutely. So for Gwynedd, it will either be a charisma, empathy, or a manipulation subterfuge.
I mean,
Both at
we are who
difficulty
we
6.
say we are, so how about charisma and empathy?
And for Sir Oliver, that will be a manipulation, intimidation, 4 dice. Standard diff.
Oh. That is not a very good roll, because there are no successes, and there is a 1.
Oh no.
That is a good roll, because there are 5 successes.
Yeah. So I think from you, Sir Oliver, you lock eyes with him, and he seems to stare you down back. He is certainly not intent on backing down. As for you, Gwynedd, you managed to come off. Actually, which did you roll? Manipulation or charisma?
Charisma.
Stop licking my wrap. Go away.
You
I
come
wanna
off
lick it.
quite charismatic.
Alright, I thought I was muted.
And the king seems to take to you as he just kind of nods. And says, Well then, I'm assuming that you will, from now on, be the fulfilling the role that Father Collins did for the city. One who is helping behind the scenes, as he used to say.
Yes, I will be, and if you require counsel from someone of the church, Sister Iris is very trustworthy.
I see.
Always happy to serve.
That is good to hear. Right now, I find myself in a bit of trouble between two feuding families within my city.
Oh, would that be Captain
The
Blackwood's
Catherines
group and the O'Catherines?
No, don't know of no Captain Blackwood, but the Ragnarsons.
Yes, we are aware of it. And we're trying to come up with a solution currently. That serves. Or you could tell me more about Your involvement?
I don't have much involvement at all. I'm just growing annoyed by their actions. I want to see whatever it is that have been done. Sigurd face justice for his crimes, and all are returned to her home. Truthfully, I just want it all over with, though. And with that, you
Quite.
see the man next to him go, Your Majesty, there is no need to outsource such things when you have those who have dedicated themselves to solving issues like this for decades. Trust me, my lord, these people will not be of as help as professionals.
Perhaps, but we are currently have Sigurd in our custody and working on returning Orla to her family, so less work for the professionals to do, I suppose.
He scours at that as he watches the king. Eyes widen and goes, My! You are effective. That is good to hear.
Father Collins trained us well.
Good then. Well, then I suppose I can leave you all to handle it.
You can.
With that, you see the man scowl once more and go, Your Majesty, you can't possibly... And with that, he speaks up and goes, he says, Half done. I have decided. This is how it will be. Yes, Your Majesty.
May I congratulate you, Your Majesty, on a battle well fought and won. There's cause for celebration in this city.
Indeed. I hope to plan a host a feast soon enough. I shall have to see that you are all invited.
Would enjoy that.
Oh, and I know that Father Collins often found his work keeping him busy during the day, but it's possible we might be able to arrange these conversations at a better time.
We can certainly try. I do know that sometimes our charitable businesses tend to occupy our daylight hours.
Good.
But
I do prefer to talk when there's a bit of light out. These damn torches make it almost impossible to navigate the castles.
working in the light
You
is
will-
always preferable.
We will look into it, Your Majesty.
Very well. Well, till next time.
I'll be with you.
Until next time.
Yes, God be with you. With that, he turns around and begins to walk off as you watch. The other men scour at you for a moment before he takes the torch. At this point, I need you all to make me courage checks difficulty 4.
Oh no.
For
It's
you,
courage
Sir
what?
Oliver, courage difficulty
Difficulty
4.
4.
For you, Oliver, your courage is 4.
Just courage?
Yep,
Mhm.
just courage.
It's a Rorschach chest against the fire.
I'm not sure how to do that.
Yeah.
Just go into dice. It's one of your virtues, like self-control. Go to dice, and in the
Should be at the
top right
top.
corner, yeah.
Other traits? Or
Dice
Abaddon.
pools.
Yeah,
Dice
it does
pools,
down to
the
the
very
dice
top
pools. Yeah, the very top of
of the dice section. Dice tab.
And then the number that you put in is your difficulty, correct?
Yes.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Uh,
Oh
oh,
no.
Oh no. Oh no.
no!
oh, I see.
Yeah.
I got it.
Oh,
Oh.
actually,
Oh, actually, that'd be
Iris,
one success. Yeah.
What?
Yes, Iris rolled it wrong. It's 6,
Oh.
a 4, and a 1, so you'd have 1 success, not 0.
Oh.
Yeah.
What do you mean I rolled it wrong?
Difficulty
I think
6.
you rolled a difficulty 6.
Oh, interesting. Okay, cool. Hooray! One success.
Yay.
Yay! Alright, and then a roll for this guy.
Does the one deduct any of those? Does the one deduct from it?
Yes.
It does.
Yeah,
but
that's what I
there's
was
2
thinking, yeah.
successes without the 1, and then
Yeah.
1 with the 1.
Yeah. No, I was thinking for irises.
That's strange, because I did
Yeah,
one
me
put a
too.
4, but
Hmm.
oh well.
So it's 1 success is all around.
Yep.
Then he gets roll. Alright. As he grabs the torch and
Ooh.
begins to walk away, he pauses to look at you for a moment. As we see from his perspective a flash in your eyes as the torch is pulled from the wall. But none of you make a movement. And then he watches you all for a moment before he just says, "Good night to you all," as he turns and begins to walk off.
Lovely meeting you.
Hmm.
Mr. Iris, are you tired?
No,
Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Perhaps don't
What?
mention princes to the king.
Yeah, look, that was
It was very bad.
I know. One would think that my common sense would have stopped me from doing that, but I had a lapse in judgment there.
Just
So
checking in, you know.
that was Rebecca's mistake.
It was also mine, because I forgot you had common sense. I probably should have cut you off there and been like, actually, you wouldn't have said that.
Hmm.
Do what I do. Never talk to anyone.
It's a
And
good
don't talk to
idea.
mortals.
Yeah.
It's also
I
at this point we
Ellie.
see another cloaked figure make their way in your direction before they look to you and go, "My apologies. I'm looking for Master Halfdone. Did he come through here?"
He did. I believe he was with the king.
Ah, good. I should be able to catch him then. He begins to walk off.
Uh, did you have a message for him?
Pauses for a moment. Goes, yes.
Would you like us to take it to him?
No. It's all right. And if you let him walk by, he just continues on his way.
Mm,
I'm gonna let him walk by.
mm.
Seems like kind business. Oliver is not concerned,
Yeah.
even if Drew is.
And he disappears into the darkness.
Oh, man.
You'd be cleaning that guy off of the walls if Randolph was there. He'd be like, "Tell me everything! Who is this guy? Why is he so suspicious?"
No, I know.
I think you should just die.
Yeah. Simplest solution, really.
One problem at a time.
Rebecca doesn't
I should have been
trust
a
him.
Valkyrie.
Alright, is there anything the three of you would like to do now?
Spirit. I'm gonna go back
imagine
to the
we-
council chamber.
Alright.
Yeah, we have Douglas to discuss and figure out.
Alright, with that you guys return back to the council chamber. Meanwhile, in the streets of Peel, two hunters
Haha.
stalk the night. Alright, starting off with Randolph, as you have begun your hunt for the night. How would you like to begin to attempt to track down this Orla?
Randolph was quite close to Orla, like literally, physically. I think, if you will allow me, particularly in some manner of animal form, to try and get a track, a scent, to go like bird's eye direction from the church to maybe a place that he may or may not know the Catherines to be.
Okay, in that case, we're looking for a perception and alertness.
I'll take that. Would search apply or not quite here?
No, I think it would.
Alrighty, let's do this. Come on, big money, big money. 2 successes.
2
Medium
successes.
money.
What you do manage to spot is Maud making their way through the crowds of the night, seemingly on the hunt as well.
With that, Randolph will alight on one of the rooftops, and Maud would likely hear a
Caw through the night. Maud, you'd hear the screeching of an eagle. And you have to see it on a rooftop, looking down at you. You swear it's looking right at you.
Well, I think that Maud's been around Randolph long enough to know he likes being a bird. Especially considering the circumstances and what she asked Iris to do. I think she'd look back, kind of giving a nod, and might kind of like gesture with her head towards where there might be less people. So they can maybe conversate.
Randolph will flap his wings and swoop down into a dark and shadowy alleyway, where he's reasonably sure that there's no people watching. And he will revert back.
I will add, technically, Mort has animalism. So they can
That's
talk
true,
to you in
feral
animal
whispers.
form.
Oh yeah, I can do that. Yeah, I don't have to transform back. I just want to have
Very
it so
good.
that no one sees me talking to an animal.
Indeed.
You don't have to transform back.
In this case, like form of a beast gives more advantages.
Yeah, I agree.
And alighting on like maybe a box or something, precking at some wood, you would see in the dark this eagle's eyes glow a faint red.
Randolph.
Maud, Iris told me about the fate of Orla. You have a trail?
Not much, unfortunately. I went looking, but haven't turned anything up quite yet, though I suspect that she's gone somewhere in the town proper. I'm not as good as at navigating a... She kind of gestures around at the more kind of like town itself. I'm better at tracking out in the woods.
Hey, you and me both. But the two of us together, I imagine we can outsmart one mortal with a couple hours head start. I imagine they will go to where they are safe. Elk have watering holes, humans have houses. They will likely have returned to the O'Catharines or found some place to take shelter.
Well, I think that's a good idea.
I can take to the skies, you can take to the streets. Between the two of us, I reckon we can make a pretty thorough search of it. Did you find anything at all that could have been a clue as to where she'd gone?
I didn't know. But
Right then.
I didn't go with you and Iris, so I don't particularly know where the O'Catherines were. Do you have a vague direction? Otherwise, I'm sure I could find it. That'd be easier.
Do I have a vague direction? There's some kind of merchant-ish family. Like, do they
you'd
have a
probably
lot of
have to-
houses or like a compound?
Probably have to make an intelligence commerce.
I do not have any dots in commerce, but
So
it
in
is
that
a
case,
skill.
it's going to be difficulty 8 intelligence.
Let's do it. Intelligence, commerce, difficulty 8. 0 successes.
No.
Yeah, you don't know
I
much
think-
about merchant
yeah.
families. You guess it'd probably be
I
in one of the bigger houses.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the bigger
Amod
houses.
actually has 1 dot in commerce.
All right, intelligent commerce.
Yeah. I can try that.
Difficulty 7 for you.
Difficulty 7? Yeah. Difficulty 7. Oh,
Nice.
2 successes.
Very nice.
I think you hear, there's a merchant family, maybe one of the big houses, rich, like, water-based.
You would know more that you're looking for specifically classic Gaelic kind of structure. You're looking for a big place, and if you had to guess where it is, it'd probably be in the area where all the rich people live in town.
Oh,
You know the
I
area.
see that area. I'll head over there then. I'll
Alright,
see what I can find.
one human, 2 of us looking out for her. This will be done within the hour.
Maud kind of gives Randolph a nod before she tries to emerge from the kind of side alleyway that they hid themselves into, kind of making her way throughout the town again towards the... Sorry, got distracted by the cat.
That's a cute cat.
So cute. No, towards the area of town that she suspects that they might be holed up.
Alright. In that case, both of you can make a perception alertness. This will definitely be a search roll.
Or awesome.
He's looking at you.
Yeah,
Bombastic
difficulty.
side-eye.
Yes.
Indeed.
Difficulty...
Just 3 successes.
Standard difficulty.
Oh, 6.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, perception alertness. What the hell? Come on.
You're getting bad luck tonight.
It's okay.
Yeah.
I think as well Maud is a little bit off her game as I'm looking at my blood and I do think the last time I spent it did make me quarter.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
so you're hungry.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I think she's definitely
Oh
thrown
yeah,
off
because that
kilter by
reminds
that a little
me,
bit.
you guys have to spend a point of blood every night to wake up, so you guys need to all spend a
Yes,
point of blood.
yeah. Okay, yeah, now I'm below quarter. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the main thing is that you just can't pay attention because that hunger is gnawing inside you.
Can I get Maud a bunch of rats? I don't know.
I don't think she. I don't think she. I think she does notice that she is quite, like, noticeably hungry, and I think on her way to where she suspects the O'Catherines are, she's kind of glancing at the occasional person that might be out at this hour. And I think she is maybe keeping an eye out for someone who looks like who's kind of like by themselves, who could maybe kind of like
Okay.
be pulled aside without anyone else noticing.
This will be a wits and survival. Actually, no,
Ooh, okay, yeah,
subterfuge. Wits and subterfuge.
Oh, okay, what's in subterfuge? Right.
Also makes a lot of sense why you'd roll that way on the looking for people
Absolutely.
roll.
Yeah, absolutely. Wait, I have a dot in subterfuge, right?
This will be difficulty 8,
I do.
because
Yes,
you are in a
difficulty
busy
8.
city area.
Yep, makes sense.
For this period of time.
Makes sense, yeah.
Most people are in their homes sleeping.
I'm not gonna spend a willpower.
Yeah, you really
Ah!
should have spent a willpower. Oh God.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, there's just not a lot of people available. Again, as you're looking around, a lot of the people are either inside or the people that are around are in big groups. And you can feel that hunger inside growing and growing and growing.
I'll deal with it later.
With that, Randall, you and Maud make your way along into the richer area of the city, where there are a couple larger manors. Towards one in particular, which Maud seems to point out as being the O'Catherine Manor. And Randolph, you would notice in particular, caught on the gate is a small, dark red ribbon. One that you would recognize as one that Orla had.
Ray was in a rush. They were running. They didn't pay attention to what they were caught on. Fear flooded their body. Like this thoughts happening within the head of a bird as it circles overhead. Looking at the estate and kind of alighting on the gate, is the ground like soft here where one can look for a trail, or are there lights on within these estates that shows signs of
There are
activity?
lights in the estates. And you do see there is like cobblestones that lead up to the doorway, but there are like a large garden area that's currently walled off with the gate in front of it, barring your entrance.
Well, I'm a bird. But I think while waiting for Maud to arrive, I think like Sherlock style, kind of. Is there like another clue or something on the way? Like there's a ribbon here. Is there another article which shows the direction they were going? Spot of blood where they scraped a knee.
Make a wit survival.
Absolutely. Neither of my specialties will apply here.
Maud, you can attempt a wit survival as well.
Yeah,
for you,
of course.
Randolph, the wit survival will be standard. Yeah, standard for both, actually.
Gotcha.
Yep, so standard for both of us?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool. With survival. 3
Very
successes.
nice.
All right.
We are the wild siblings.
Yeah, let's go.
Both of you see it as you look down to see little bits of blood droplets on the stones. But they seem to be on your side, and they go outwards further into the street before they stop. Maud, I need you to make me a self-control roll, difficulty 7.
Yep, was thinking that. Difficulty 7.
Yep.
Yep.
Hey, Ma, come here. There's this weird lady licking the cobblestones.
Yeah. You resist. You look down at it, and there's a moment of like deep hunger before it's like, no, there's nothing to get from there. It's dried blood. But there's a moment. At this point, you hear the sounds of armored footsteps making their way in your direction, marching down the street.
I think swift at speed, Randolph is going to flap his wings and move along the trail that we both discovered.
I think Maud would too, kind of. Even though she resisted the hunger in that moment, I do think that she is still kind of fixated on it as she's kind of following where it seems to have disappeared. I think even as she hears that armored footfall, it kind of drowns out a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, repeat those last two things from both of you.
Oh no, you're all good.
Following the trail,
Yeah.
the blood and the markings.
Yes,
All
yeah,
right.
same with Maud. I don't think she's paying as much attention to the armored footfall.
All right. As we watch you guys make your way, we linger on the scene for a moment as we see this force arrive. Lots of men dressed in Norse armor and weaponry, and as they stand forward, one moves from the pack, stepping forward as we see a familiar, bold figure. Who seems to also be
Is it going
hot
to
on
be
the trail.
Hafton?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, also on the stream, I just noticed I don't think the middle image has changed.
Ah. Oh, that's... Oh, because it's connected to the wrong one, that's why.
Yep.
Nope, that's not it.
Oh no.
That's not it.
It's okay. We're just Maud and Iris hanging out the whole time.
Exactly, the whole time.
Hell yeah.
Just driving.
This is all their dream.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
I
God.
was gonna call them-
I had
Oh,
to dream
no,
I
that
did some
Malkavian.
dumb shit.
I had a dream I kept failing on my rolls.
Oh,
I had a dream that
no.
one day my 4 little children would be judged by the content of their character.
Ah, you.
Me!
You.
When I was a young boy, my father me into the
Took you into the
city,
city.
see a marching band.
And then he just said the wildest shit. Like, I'm
Yeah,
8,
someday.
Dad.
No, you will lead them, the broken and the damned, into the Black
yeah.
Parade.
Mhm.
Exactly.
No, I demand it. You
Dad.
will.
Dad.
Okay, Dad.
Whatever you say.
There we go. Fixed.
I don't
Yay.
like the look of this fucking bald head.
Hey now.
Wow.
I was about to say.
I'm
I
so
don't like
sorry.
how
I'm
confused
so
it-
sorry.
Oh,
No. It's because this guy's bad.
As
It's
you said
because
to
this
Thomas
guy's rude.
earlier, not
I
everything
was-
is about you.
I was so tempted earlier when he showed up to be like, "You're bald," and then I was like, "No, I'm not gonna do that."
Literally,
Did
the
you-
reason I noticed that the stream thing hadn't changed was because I was going to go in the chat to comment on the bald guy.
Yeah.
I was just
God,
gonna
what
quote
has
the SpongeBob
become of
thing.
us?
So
Also,
this was the first
imagine-
time you've all seen me. This will be the last time.
It's not my
No.
first
Fine.
time. Thank you very
It's
much.
not my first time. That's
I-
new.
I love the idea of like century-old Samis, prince of a city, like trained in courtesy and etiquette. Just the first words this guy hears out of your mouth is bald.
Bitch, what's wrong with your
Bald.
hair?
This man is quoting Trixie
My
and Katya like thousands of years in the past.
Yeah.
How does he know? How does he know?
Yes.
You're bald.
Yeah, as we see Halfdan Snorrison.
Oh,
As he pushes the gate open and walks inside. We then cut away back to Here we go. Our main group in the meeting room.
Oh,
And you all realize you haven't heard word from the others yet, and it's been like an hour.
Yeah, Gwyneth was literally like, it seemed like they've been gone a long time. Feels
Well,
like they've
who
been gone
knows?
a long time.
Well,
we
who knows how
probably ought to.
long?
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just going to say, there's no knowing how much of a head start she had on them. Don't know if she left an hour, after sunrise, or, you know, right before we woke
Oliver,
up.
you were saying?
We probably ought to divert our attention towards the other problems while they're solving that one. Otherwise, Anders, no doubt, will come knock on the door again.
I give them 30 minutes, and then I'm sending one of mine to go check on them.
Do you not have faith in your companions?
I absolutely do, but we all need an extra hand at times. As we've seen, things can go terribly wrong, terribly quickly.
If that is what you wish to do, you're within your right.
So, as to the other problems, I think the response to the self-proclaimed Prince of Douglas is likely first on the agenda. My intention is to send a simple note in return saying the Prince of Peel recognizes the Prince of Douglas, but the city of Peel recognizes no Prince of the Isle. What do you think?
I feel better about that than what we discussed the evening prior, but I think we all know where that's going to go. However, it is the right thing to do, and is diplomatic.
We must
As
send
can
a
be.
response, and we will see how they react. Sister Iris, what do you think?
That sounds fine.
Very well then. I have written it out already. I will seal it and have it sent with a messenger presently. I have one standing by. Very close. Now, to the matter of Sigurd. I am curious why in particular he abducted Orla if he's having visions of Ragnarok. I would like to question him, or rather, have him questioned before we turn him over to Captain Blackwood to deal with as he sees fit. I wonder who would be the best person to question him.
It certainly depends on what you wish to ask and how you wish to ask it.
I mean, we've thrown him in a cell after an evening of not great activities. I'm sure he's going to be less susceptible to kind words. I'm willing to give it a shot, but it might be something more up somebody else's alley.
I think you're a good candidate to do so. So, Oliver, if you'd like me to come along and perhaps see if I can soothe the savage beast with some music in the background, I'm willing to do that.
What exact information do you seek?
He's having visions of Ragnarok. I would like to make sure that there's no substance to them. He may be interpreting something else based on his own mythology. And I would like to know if there's anything to it. I'm also curious, again, why he abducted Orla in particular, why he thought this would help him with the end of the world.
And he is already aware of our kind.
Yes, I imagine. I imagine he is now, if he was not before.
As Randolph stated, or armor around the neck. Chainmail gorget is not common. I would like you to join me, though, if you are willing, Prince, just for sake of
course.
Prompting any other conversation that you need.
Of course. Sister, is there anything else you wish us to ask him?
No. I believe that you've hit all of the proper points. Though if you are curious about the parcel, you might inquire to see if he knows anything about it.
That is well thought. Yes, we should ask him that as well.
Very well. Sister Iris, do you wish to accompany us, or?
I was amongst the members that, well, helped him have a bad night. If I go along with you, it is possible that he will automatically have a sense of mistrust.
Agreed. Thank you for your discretion.
Of course, it is the better form of valor and everything.
Again, agreed. Shall we, Prince?
Yes, lads.
We will head down to the dungeon.
All right.
I'm taking my harp.
Okay.
I was not kidding.
While that's happening, Iris, what are you doing? In the meantime.
I will potentially wait around for the hunters to return. Possibly go for a little bit of a hunt myself for a little snake.
Fair enough. With that
Finish
then.
that pot holder.
Yeah.
Finish the pot holder you've been knitting. It's fine.
I
Yeah, I think it
needle
didn't
point
catch.
is-
yeah, it didn't come
Gotcha.
through.
Yeah,
Holder.
the first part of the sentence cut out.
Hmm.
I heard butt holder and was like, what?
Yeah, that's like
No,
like
no.
what's it?
Ah, yes,
No.
buttholder.
Finish the
Probably.
pot holder you have been knitting. And then I was like, no, needlepoint is probably more Iris's thing. So.
I do.
You might be making
do
Bible
crafting.
covers.
Look.
Crochet Bible covers. I love it.
What
Oh,
is my?
They're more like hymnal covers, right?
It is
Yes.
sewing. My specialization in craft is sewing.
Yes.
She's making cosplay.
I
Yeah.
darn my socks in a night when there's nobody home.
Alright.
Darn you, socks. Darn.
In that case, we will move to
You got it.
those who are meeting in the dungeon.
Dungeon meeting. Don't say dungeon time. Don't get Randolph excited like that.
Dungeon
Look.
time.
Random.
Dungeon time.
Whoa!
Not what I meant by that, but alright.
And why Randall? Huh?
We know why. He
I
said it.
personally hate dungeons myself. I hate being inside a dungeon. I love it when I
Mhm.
put people who weren't inside of a dungeon into a dungeon. I think that's great.
Right. So we have Gwynedd. We have Sir Oliver.
Very close. We're very close.
Very close. And finally, we have Sigurd Randolphson. Ragnarsson.
Who named him?
His parents, presumably. He is... Okay.
Oh, go ahead. No, you're good.
Oh, he is sitting in his cell, on the ground, and he seems to be carving something into the stone floor beneath him.
And you may give me a second before you enter. I want to make sure I have his attention, and I don't want you distracted.
I will have one of the gods go get him something to eat.
Beautiful. And I would like
Right.
to get the key and walk into the cell, shutting the door behind me.
As you do, your nose is hit with this irony smell of blood. As you look down to see him carving, only to realize, he doesn't seem to have anything that he could use to carve. Before you realize, he is currently jamming his finger against the stone, to the point where you can just see the bone beneath. The flesh of his the actual part of his finger has almost completely torn away, and he seems to still be carving in, and you can see the blood has spilt and it's old.
Has he even acknowledged that the door opened or anything?
He hasn't acknowledged you yet.
Okay. Oliver will walk before him, reaching his hand down under the man's chin and attempting to lift it
Yeah.
to lock gaze.
He locks gaze with you, and just as he
I'm gonna
looks up
drop
to you,
all.
all right. Let's see what the rules for ore are, because I don't remember. I have to list them down. To the book!
To the book.
No.
Page is 235. Charisma plus performance difficulty 7, and you spend a blood point.
Alright, charisma performance difficulty 7. Spend a point of blood. Your charisma is 4 and your performance is 3. So that's 7 dice total. Difficulty 7. One success.
All you needed.
Alright. On a single success, he's entranced for the next hour. As he looks up at you.
He stares down. First of all, he lifts the hand with the bleeding, or what, the nub bone bloody finger, right? And closes the man's fist. You need to stop that.
I can't. It's not done yet. I didn't see the full thing. I need to know the full rune. I need to finish the runes.
What caused you? What caused this vision, this Ragnarok you speak of?
Ragnarok. The death of the gods. The end of all. A ship of nails. I saw it. You were on it. I recognize you, Draugr. But I don't hate you. Why don't I hate you? You see drool begins to leak down his mouth.
Because I am an honorable soul, only trying to help you, my friend. Now, tell me, for what reason did you kidnap Orla?
I had to. She's special.
What is special about her?
She's a... Freya told me I had to take her. I had to do it to end the squabble. To crush the O'Catharan. To make them submit. This Ireland, it doesn't belong to them. It belongs to us. We took it. We made it ours.
And does Freya needed her for any specific reason?
She spoke to me. She said she had to be taken. She is special. Freya knew. She knew. She said it. She came to me. She spoke the truth. And I saw it. I saw it all. It's coming. The end is coming. And you and the other Draugr, you are just signs of what's to come. You are Loki's servants. He will destroy all. He will destroy all when he awakens, when he is freed from his prison. It's only the beginning.
And
It's only the beginning.
did you see this in a dream, or is this Freya? Where did you find them?
She spoke to me. I heard her.
Where?
I don't know. I know. I saw it. She told me.
And what do you know of the item that was withheld in the box that was taken from the O'Catharans?
The runes. They were the signs. I saw them. They know.
Did you look inside the box?
Seems to nod slowly. I saw them. The runes. He taps his fist on the ground where you see he's been carving with his bloody finger into the stones below. You see a bunch of symbols that you don't recognize.
Right. As they are done in blood, right?
Blood and carved into the stone.
Right.
Or more like the stone's been carved away. It's like drawn these runes in them.
Okay. Okay.
You can probably also see bits of splintered bone and flesh among the bits of stone.
I would like to. Well, first thing. I'm sorry. Could you look at my sheet and tell me what dominate powers I have?
Sure thing. You have dominate 1 and 2. So you have command and mesmerize.
Okay. I would like to use command to make him stop the carving with his finger. It's one word, so stop, right?
Yep.
And he'll look down at the runes.
He's sufficiently broken, so it just works. This man has little to no willpower left after being kept in a cell all day.
Right. And then when Winid and the guard with food show, I would like to ask the guard to go get some parchment, and I would like to make a rubbing of the runes so we can possibly show them to Maud.
Alright. He fetches you a
And-
parchment. He also fetches some cloth as he sees a bleeding man's finger.
Yeah, not low on blood, but I'm afraid if I taste it, then it'll be bad for him. So,
Yeah, unfortunately for you, it doesn't make you hungry, because this guy's not a Norman.
I
oh yeah,
think
that's true.
I think I may be able to do something about that. Actually, can I flesh craft some skin over that bone?
I'm guessing you don't do that while the guard is there.
No, when he's going to get bandages.
Alright. You place your hand over the wound, and you begin to focus your power. During which, he begins to scream loudly as the pain of his flesh being twisted and turned, extended over the wound to return his finger back to form. This is going to be a flesh crafting roll to see how well you do.
Okay. Do I have to spend blood or willpower on that? Hope not.
Let me double check.
Just one blood. Let me actually get it up.
Blood is not a problem. I can do that.
Yeah. Here we go. Transmogrify the mortal clay. Dexterity plus body crafts.
If you don't have bodygraph, then it will be medicine at a +1 difficulty. Is there a listed difficulty in the book, Thomas?
Difficulty varies depending on the changes sought. It lists two things: reducing appearance is difficulty 5, and improving a subject's defenses, difficulty 8. I think it's just
I'd say
up to
this is
your
going to
discretion.
be a difficulty 6, but if you're using medicine, it's difficulty 7, unless you have bodycraft.
I don't have bodycraft, so I think
Yeah.
it's going to be medicine.
Medicine
So
at difficulty
dexterity medicine.
Yes, dexterity medicine with the difficulty of 7. Okay. You do so. At the end of it, he doesn't have fingerprints anymore, but he's not bleeding. Or he doesn't have fingerprints on that finger. It's like a bit of sheer flesh. It's just skin.
Pats him on the shoulder. There you go.
He's
Well done.
breathing heavily
Hold that
from
up.
screaming out his lungs as he looks at you and says, "Draugr."
Yes.
Odin will see you dead.
He sees all of us dead eventually, doesn't he?
You will return to hell, where you belong.
We'll see about that.
Is there anything else you would like to know, Gwyneth?
Oh, you asked him all of our questions.
Yes, I believe so.
And, can we just say you catch him up really quick? You don't have to redo
Yeah.
all of that.
I imagine you were listening to most of it.
Yeah, I wasn't sure how I should play that. I am concerned who this Freya person is. I think it might require some inquiries of other Canaanites in the city who might be giving him ideas.
Do either of you guys
Could
have
just be-
hearth wisdom or theology?
That's a good question. I don't believe I do.
you have
but
neither.
I will
Iris
say
does,
that
but she's
No.
not quite there.
Iris
I
is
will
neither.
say that I have always leaned into
I have both.
his ancestry being Norse, though.
No. Well, you're a Norman, so yeah. You're a Norse.
Yeah.
Alright,
I have both of those.
you can either make a intelligence theology difficulty 7 or a intelligence hearth wisdom difficulty 6.
Let's do Hearth Wisdom and cross our fingers. That's one.
One success. Oh, also, one slight addition. He didn't say Freya, he actually said Frigg.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
How do you spell Frigg?
Frigg.
You?
Yeah, for you, Gwyneth, you've heard Frigg being mentioned, in your previous studies. You believe it's one of the old pagan gods of the Norse that are honestly no longer worshipped anymore. And have, in a lot of cases, been lost. As for any other information, you particularly don't know. You haven't studied it. You'd have to do more study on your own to find out what else you could find.
Oh yeah. This is one of those things where the player maybe knows something the Canaanite doesn't.
Yeah,
His assumption was that someone pretending to be a god has been speaking to him.
it's possible.
So it could either be just madness on his part, or there may be someone we should look into. And in the meantime, I'd rather like to keep him alive. What do you think, Oliver?
I would agree to that. We might have the guards restrain him so that he doesn't do any more self-harm. He's obviously not. I've stayed his hand for now, but I do not believe it'll hold for forever.
Yes, and if we are up against manipulation by another Canaanite, we may need to increase the security on the prisoner so that whoever it is doesn't come in and just deal with the mortal gods.
Agreed. Oh. Now, is there anything further you wish to know from our friend here?
I think we can let him rest and eat for now.
Very well. And he looks down to Sigrid and we brought you some food. You should eat and rest, my friend.
He looks down at the food. But he doesn't move. He's just stuck kneeling there.
Don't forget to get your runes to show Maud.
You
Yeah.
managed to get those. I would say at this point, like, the guard runs down the hallway and goes, I heard screaming. Is everything alright?
Everything's perfectly fine. Nothing to worry about.
Make a manipulation subterfuge. Standard difficulty.
It's like, I know I have subterfuge. Don't tell me I don't have it. Oh, well, it's fine.
Yeah. No, he just kind of looks around and goes, alright then. Be careful. This person has been known to be quite odd. He was making a racket all day.
What's he saying?
Just some nonsense. Wasn't really paying attention.
If you could, now that we've gotten him to calm a bit, he's going to be resting for the time being. Could you restrain him and then make sure that he eats after he wakes?
Of course.
We need him kept alive at all costs.
Understood.
Thank you.
At this point, I need one of you to roll me a d10 and tell me high or low.
Got it.
Go for it.
And we're gonna go low.
Hey, nice.
3 was on the low
It
end.
is.
Alright, he nods and he takes up his post and locks the door behind you as well.
And I think Gwyneth will just say, one of my personal guard will be coming to assist you soon. Keep an eye out for them.
Oh, very well.
And then we go.
With that, as you two leave, we stay on the guard for a moment as he just kind of goes, what an odd bunch. He takes up his position at the wall before continuing his patrols. Meanwhile, we return back to the streets of Peel.
Yeah, let's go.
As Randolph
Find out
and
what
Maud
these bastards are up to.
have begun tracing down a blood trail that has slowly disappeared down the street to try and find out what has happened to Orla. Both of you can make me another wits survival,
All right.
as you're properly tracking this time.
Yep. Is it standard difficulty?
Actually, for Randolph, it's difficulty 7. For Maud, it's standard difficulty.
Ooh, cool.
Ooh,
Yeah. With survival.
3 successes.
Oh, thank God.
All right. That as you
Oh,
make
actually-
your way
Let me-
forward.
Check
ahead.
it out.
Will you let me alight on your shoulder? Will you let me alight on your shoulder at times?
All right.
Please
Also,
do.
I don't know if that did that correctly.
I think it
Is
did.
Wouldn't the 10 and the 1 cancel each other out?
They do, so you have
also
one
got a
success.
9.
Oh, right,
Yeah.
yeah, it did do it correctly. I was double checking.
Yes. Alright, with that, you guys begin following the trail. Eventually, you guys arrive, noticing tracks across the cobblestones and a bit of mud between them. It seems like something or someone came through here not that long ago. As you begin following it and making your way to an area just outside of town, where you see what looks to be a stable, where it looks like it has a bunch of horses and carriages. As you look down, you can see there was a space where there was a carriage, but the mud tracks show it leading outwards, and it looks like it left recently.
May
And
I try something?
you may. While you're trying, no, tell me what you want to do first.
While I'm in animal form, more attuned to the beasts, I would like to activate Feral Whispers and speak to the other horses within this stable.
All right then, make the roll.
Let's do.
I will say, for
I
Mold,
have it written here.
you feel spurred on by the beast in this hunt. You get the feeling that the beast is intent on aiding you in this, as your goals are one, to track down your prey and feast. Whether or not that's what you want to do, that's what the beast wants.
I think a part of Maud does want to do that. I think, despite seeing what Randolph is doing, I think Maud would start following those tracks left behind by the carriage.
Alright.
Okay, so I get a -1 difficulty because I'm currently in animal form.
Yeah.
4 successes.
Hey!
Damn. Alright. As you begin talking to the horses, they turn to you and then nod and go, "You're not a bird."
Well spotted, Landstrider. I have questions.
Only if you don't eat us.
You will not be eaten by me. My word.
Okay. What are your questions?
Recently, your siblings and a carriage left, perhaps carrying the two-legged ones. Who, when, and did they discuss where they were going?
They said some things. Like humans do. They left not long ago. They seem to, look up to the sky and goes... They point up with their snout. The moon was there. As you look up, it looks to be, maybe about half an hour ago. The moon's moved slightly from that position.
Excellent. And one more. Was there another, lighter, smaller, female bleeding in nearby?
Turns to his mace. Turns back to you. I don't know.
Regardless, you have my thanks.
Thank you,
One day,
Predator Bird, for
one
not
night.
eating us.
One night, perhaps not this night, perhaps not the next, you will get extra feed.
That is very nice.
The bird will return on its way, following Maud, who's already tracking.
All right. With that, you begin making your way down the path. Out of curiosity, is there any way you're attempting to speed up your travel? Like, are you running, or are you doing anything specific? Or are you just marching?
And Maud does have 1 dot of celerity.
Also, do know, as a vampire, you could just sprint
Yeah.
forever. You don't need to catch your
Yeah.
breath.
Yeah,
You don't need to breathe. You could just go on forever.
Yep.
My unmodified speed as a hawk is 40 kilometers per hour.
Ooh. Like wards.
Seems slow.
Yeah.
As the bird flies.
Mhm. I think Maud's is runs. She's probably just running. I think as well, like adding celerity.
Well, you
That's
probably
pretty
wouldn't be adding cellular because you have to burn
No.
blood for that.
Oh shit! No,
Yeah.
I do.
You
Never
well,
mind. I just saw that.
you add the dice as part of the
Yeah.
calculation for how many miles you can run, but you
Yes,
can't
yes.
double the speed. You can do it in like a turn.
Oh yeah, no. Yeah, no,
Yeah.
I wasn't thinking about doubling speed. No.
Yeah. But you are preternaturally live and fast. I'm gonna
Yes.
have both of you make me. Well, I'm just gonna have Maud do it.
Yeah.
Maud, can you roll me a? No, for this case, we'll have it be a dexterity and athletics.
Let's go. Alright, dexterity, athletics. I definitely have dots in athletics, but let me check how many. Oh yeah, that's good. That's good.
You also can add your dots and celerity to this.
Yes. So that would just be under modifiers, right?
Yes.
Oh, wait, order. Yeah, cool.
I think so.
I think,
If not, we'll just roll one dice at the end.
Yeah, makes sense.
Or
yeah.
however many dice you have in celerity.
Oh, you can click on discipline and make that discipline
Oh!
whatever your
Yes.
celerity is.
Oh,
Probably
yes.
1, 2, or 3.
Yeah. Okay, yep, makes sense. There we go. Four.
So I think it's 4 because it's an out of clone.
Four, yeah, it's 4.
Armade.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
And what was difficulty again? 6?
Yes, standard difficulty.
Yeah. Hey!
Nice.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
running fast, running across the path. Definitely to
yeah.
any person seeing this, this would be like a big breach of the silence. But you're careful enough to not run in front of people,
Yeah.
and probably people might just mistake you for like an animal that's running past.
I think so. I think there is kind of like more of a animalistic way in the
Yeah.
way that she's kind of moving at the moment. Like she is very much predator hunting prey right now.
All right, makes sense. As you guys are making your way along, eventually you manage to catch up to a caravan that is slowly making its way along the path.
Running so quickly, your camera.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
attached
it's
to my
camera
computer and my
shake.
computer. Literally, it's attached to my computer and I made the desk shake.
All right, but yeah, you both catch up to this carriage. What do you guys do now?
Bird's eye view, can I get a good read on how many people they are? Like, if they're armed, what their numbers are like?
Sure. This will be a perception and alertness. This is going to be difficulty 8.
Could I lower it by Eyes of the Beasting?
Yes, difficulty 7.
Let's do it. 3 successes, 4 if search applies.
All right, you do see. You can see there looks to be 3 armed guards amongst them. There looks to be 2 regular figures, and a driver who's currently at the front, kind of riding, steering the horses. You also notice, just up ahead, what looks to be a bunch of animals that are awaiting, figures rather, animal-like figures that are crouched low amongst some nearby bushes. Seems like they're about to ambush this thing.
Oh,
You see
no.
Maud coming up from behind towards this thing.
I think he will Indeed. Like, what kind of animal figures? Are they, like, big, bad, and scary, or
You
smaller and still scary?
can't tell at this distance. You'd need to get closer, or they'd have to wait until they attack to actually get a proper look at them. At the moment, you just see like figures in the bushes.
Yeah. And did I spot Orla?
You spot a lithe figure that you assume to be Orla, but it's hard to tell because I got a hood up.
I think I'm going to land somewhere in the thicket, like between Maud and the caravan, and I'm going to revert to my my humanoid form.
All right.
And as you probably see him land in a bush and the hunter rising from the hedge, he's going to say quietly, "An ambush is approaching. Unsure of the assailants. 3 armed, Orla in the back. We either strike now and get her out, or we wait until the chaos of the battle and grab her in the confusion. But we have to choose soon."
I think they're going to attack regardless. I think we should attack now. Get Orla out.
All right. You want to be on Orla duty, or do you want to be on fight duty?
I'll take care of Orla.
I'll take care of the rest. There will be protein 2. And I'm spending another point of blood there. Preparing feral claws. What? What?
Stopping Rebecca.
And in the shade, I think we're gonna sneak up as close as possible, without being detected, and then see if we can use the element of surprise first.
Mm-hmm.
All right. You are sneaking up to this carriage. So you're sneaking up from behind them. You can see that there's a man at the front. There's like a couple of them that are kind of the soldier types that are sitting in the back, and you see across from them a lithe figure, and you also see across from them another figure. Both of them hooded.
Indeed.
To give you an idea of how things are looking, let me get some tokens.
Randolph, we gotta get you a new cloak. That one's just, it is not the move.
I don't dress to impress. This
It
makes me
works
look
fine.
It's camouflage in the city and in the forest. It makes me look poor, so people don't look at me. And also, it's dark, so it blends in well with the night.
You know what? You can still get a new one. Doesn't have to be that tatty old one.
But I like it. It's been with me for 20 years.
For way
It's
too
not-
long, yeah. We'll just get you a backup one, just in case. Just in case.
Pain to kill. So 3 armed figures, 1 on the horse,
Mhm.
and 2 in the carriage. One of them probably Orla, right?
Yep. Let me find another. I'm gonna use the nobles token. This has multiple people in it, but it's actually only one.
Fancy.
This isn't actually a noble.
3 for
though,
1
it's just
special.
It's just a person.
Yeah.
This is the guy in the front, and this is kind of how they're sitting.
So, those 3 armed
person
ones,
on this
are
side.
they riding in the carriage or traveling alongside?
They're riding in a carriage.
Got you.
So kind of give you an idea of the carriage. It's here. This. And there's like a terrier,
Oh, yep.
and then horses. And you are approaching from behind.
Yes.
I think this is not the first time Randolph and Maud had hunted. I think if the two of us have some kind of signal, we react almost simultaneously. I'm gonna get the one closest to me, and then we're just going to tear our way through until we reach our goal.
All right.
I agree.
Dexterity stealth.
Ooh, yes.
I am going to spend some blood to boost my dexterity. I am close, but not yet to my halfway point.
All right.
Right, dexterity self.
6 successes,
Hey.
assuming silent movement counts.
Yes, it will.
Difficulty
Standard.
7? That's 6 standard. Cool.
All right.
Maybe it's my choice, and maybe I'm a bad pack leader. Maybe that's what's happening. Maybe.
I think I'm just really hungry.
All right.
I think I just kind of have to kill all the.
So Randolph, you move slowly, without being noticed. But for you, Maud, you've kind of had enough of waiting, and you just begin running your way towards them. Immediately as you see one of them turn around and go, "Oi! Is someone coming towards us?"
We're doing this.
Yep.
And
I
as
think
that
it
happens, the other
more-
guy turns around to look towards this as Randolph just reaches around him and tears his throat out, or attempts to tear his throat out. Make a dexterity roll. Meanwhile, Maud, you're making your way towards this guy. He draws his weapon as he sees you.
Yes. I think Maud might try to essentially brute force her way through, kind of tackling the guy to the side, and then kind of trying to sink her fangs into his neck.
All right.
4 successes.
Strength brawl from you.
Yeah, let's go. And I'm also going to.
4 successes. That is +3 to your damage.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Yes, I'm also
Making it
gonna-
+1 with the claws. Let's do this. I'm also going to spend more blood for blood buffing strength, and I am now below half.
Good to know.
Hell yeah. Yep, strength ball, and I'm gonna add my potence dice.
5 aggravated damage, or lethal
Yeah.
for humans.
You tear this guy's throat out, and as he gargles as the blood begins to spill down his chest and onto the ground below as he collapses. The woman, who is revealed to be Ola, screams as she sees this, and the person next to her immediately begins running. Just jumps out and starts running out of here.
Yep.
Oh,
Wait,
no,
what's
we
the
gotta
difficulty
stop
again?
meeting like this.
Standard difficulty for you.
Yes, standard. Cool.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
For 6 successes, you drag this guy to the ground and sink your fangs into his throat.
Yeah.
You begin to feed from him.
Mhm.
It takes a while to get 1 point of blood from a person,
Yeah.
so we'll do this in
Nice.
stages.
Yeah, it makes sense.
So as you're feeding on him, let's give him a little condition to show that he's being fed on. What's something that fits?
Little leg of ham icon.
Leg of
Yes.
ham. Put that on.
We're gonna have to teach Randolph how to properly tap a keg because that's just wasteful.
Hey, time is of the essence. I'll drink from him later. I know how to eat. I've got fantastic table manners.
All right, and at this point, Randolph, you turn to see this other guy has gone for his weapon as he goes, "What the fuck is that?" At this point, I need you guys to roll initiative for me.
Yeah, let's go. Initiative.
See if the
Alright.
turn order works.
Dexterity, wits.
17.
9.
Okay. 17 and 9.
9.
For Orla. Shoot.
There's the entire possibility that this is something that was arranged by other people to get her out, and we're doing something bad by acting too quickly. But we're just gonna kill them all because there's an ambush waiting, and we can just blame it on enemy action.
Exactly. Like there was quite literally an ambush waiting. Like
We just happen to spring an ambush first, and really, who's going to say? These ambushers? We'll kill them too. We got on the
yeah.
scene.
We were just helping, but oh no, the ambushers killed them.
Always go on 2 hunts. The hunt for the beast, and the hunt to find the best excuse for being in the forest without permission.
Shoot. Oh, I accidentally selected Randolph. Randolph, what was your score again?
17.
Okay.
Accidentally gave him a worse
Like, knocked you down.
I feel super depressed.
Beast
Yeah.
took over.
Welcome to my world, Randolph.
Is this how you feel all the time?
Yes.
I got rid of my humanity for specifically avoiding this.
Right. All right. One more thing we need to update, and then we will be good to go.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Let's go.
I'm terrified of these animalistic forms.
Thomas, what does your shirt say?
My shirt
Introverts.
says introverts
Introverts
unite
unite."
separately in our own homes.
Love it.
So true. Ah, well.
All right. There's a new.
These guys are
Alright.
getting pretty decent initiative.
Well, I mean, they're professional warriors. They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, they didn't know what they're doing against you. You're a mystery to them. Terrifying mystery. Starting off, Randolph.
Oh, aren't we going to go into... Never mind, this is way better.
No, this is a better system. Because the other system sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Indeed. I think first priority is maybe removing the threats. Maud, and I trust Maud, definitely has the Orla situation handled. I'm gonna go for the guard who drew his weapon. Remove his steel claw.
All right. Move over to him.
Indeed. And with the feral ferocity of a beast and the trained lethality of a boxer, just going to claw into any unprotected area I can get.
All right.
Zero successes.
You strike at him with this claw. In his fear, he like pulls back, and he just moves out of the way of your claw as he readies his weapon.
Both legs crouched inside the carriage now. He hisses in frustration and prepares himself for a longer battle.
Yeah, he basically just says, "What the fuck is that? Monster!" As he's just yelling. With that, you hear growls as something creeps its way out of the forest.
Mm-hmm.
Some things, I should say. These dark bird hounds with eyes that glow a bloody red.
Yay! The hound!
I wanted to use these guys against an enemy, but they know what they like.
And on their turn, they appear and begin running their way. This one's going to run up here, bite into the throat of this guy, as this one goes to bite his leg. They are tearing this guy apart.
Mm-hmm.
This one is running around.
Yeah, that one's gonna be an issue.
Going to jump up behind you, Randolph, as you see it begin to nip behind you. Do you have any celerity actions?
He does not, no. And he didn't split his action this turn.
Unfortunately, he's going to get an attack against you.
Let's do it. If the mistakes of another gangrel kill me, I'm gonna be so mad.
Yeah.
That's fair.
You'll be fine. You got this.
You'll be fine. Probably.
Oh
Leslie's good.
3 successes. So they get 2 extra successes
That
on
hits.
You. That's... That... Plus... There we go.
Meanwhile, Maud is still gnawing on this guy on the ground.
3 lethal damage. Roll your silk.
I get 1 dot of fortitude. Let's do this. Oh, ones don't subtract on that, so I think just 1.
Yeah. Just 1 success. So you take 2 points of lethal damage as he tears into your shin, biting deep.
Indeed. I've spent
Meanwhile-
my blood per turn, so I can't reflexively heal this action.
Oh, and these 2 guys are gonna run over here. Maud, you watch as 2 of them make their way towards you, running at you as they're snarling. You have a choice. You can either keep feasting on this guy, or you can attempt to defend yourself against their attacks.
She hasn't gotten any blood back yet, right?
Not yet. You've just begun to feed upon him.
I think she at least wants something.
Okay. In that case, they're gonna get their attack rolls.
Mm-hmm. Oh, shit.
Yeah, because you might be spending more blood to heal than your
Well-
ouch.
You never know, because you could soak
mean,
them.
I could soak it. That's what I'm betting on right now.
That's 3 successes.
Yep.
Same one as last. Oh no, that's +3, I should say.
Yes.
Oh, yep.
No, 3 successes, so it's +2. Math is hard.
That's right.
Because
Maths
ones take
are hard.
away.
Hey, nice.
So that's no damage because you roll ones.
Oh.
So it
yeah.
bites ineffectively against your flesh.
Yep.
The next one gets its attack against you. It got 3 successes. Ooh. That is 3 successes, so make a soak roll.
Yeah.
Strength plus
and
fortitude.
Soak was... yeah, strength
It's sorry.
Oh,
Stamina plus fortitude.
yeah. Wait, stamina plus...
Fortitude.
Fortitude
Oh,
if you have it.
fortitude.
If you've got it,
Discipline.
Right, no, I don't think I had to.
then just stamina.
Yeah, stamina. Alright.
These guys don't get to soak lethal at all, so we're feeling lucky.
Yeah. Okay, I think my stamina's decent, but I can't roll enough to completely avoid it. And just because I'm gonna be completely fucked over here, I might spend a willpower, stamina, soak. Standard difficulty?
Yes.
Yeah. 3
Nice.
successes.
Yeah, 3 successes. You soak all of it, actually.
Oh, hell yeah.
Your undead flesh resists the biting, gnawing jaws of these hounds. Ghoul hounds, as they are. Next up is the bandit. This one is fucking screaming in pain, so he's pretty much out, as he's being torn apart. This guy sees how things are going, turns around, jumps out, and begins running into the forest.
I need to die. The guy needs to die.
Eyes red, fangs bared. Randolph remembers a time when he was mortal in a situation strange and scary filled with beasts. He wishes he ran away too.
The other guy is currently being fed upon, so he's knocked the fuck out. Next up, Orla. I need one of you guys to roll me a d10 and tell me if it's high or low.
You want to take it, Maud?
Yeah, maybe, but you want to call it. I'll roll, you call.
I call it high.
Okay. Oh my god, I said in all caps.
Roll! That is
called
the
low?
opposite of high.
Oh no, you said high. No!
Yeah. She begins to fucking run
Of course she does. God damn it.
in the opposite direction
That's
to this guy.
So long as the
Oh,
dogs
God, I have
don't
something
get
I can do, maybe, but I don't know how close I have to
Next up,
be to
Maud,
her.
it's your turn. You get to feed.
Yes.
How many... Are you using your... Well, actually, it probably wouldn't be great for you to use your celerity to feed, because you'd be spending a point of blood to gain 2 points of blood.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you feed upon him, you gain 1 point of blood for this round.
Yeah. Oh my God.
If you'd like, you can spend celerity to have another action, but you would spend the blood you just had.
Spend the blood I just gained. I guess, I mean, there's a specific thing I'm curious about, however, I don't know how close I have to be to said person to use it.
What
All
is
those
it?
started running, right?
Yeah.
Specifically, Song of Serenity, specifically under animalism. It's sensitive animalism to express influence over possibly a mortal's very will to fight, which is where all strong emotions turning a victim apathetic and listless.
I imagine you would need to see her, and you can't see her currently because the carriage is in the way.
Can't see her currently. Oh, carriage is in the way. Okay, never mind then. Yeah.
You probably need to move over to see her.
That's true. Although if I do spend that point of blood, can I, like... Would I have seen her start to run away?
Make a self-control roll. Difficulty...
Yeah.
8. You're currently feeding.
Hell yeah, let's go. Difficulty 8.
One success. In the haze of feeding upon this delicious lifeblood, you do see her make her way out of the carriage, running away. You're not quite lost to the beast yet.
I think that Maud would attempt to, if she'd pull herself off of the man that she was just feeding upon, and then I think she'd move to where she can at least see where Orla is possibly running off to, and she would attempt to. Yeah,
Alright.
also on the down
You
that I
can
spent
attempt to
that
do
one
so.
point of-
Yes, except to do so on your
Yeah.
turn. Because I'm assuming you didn't spend celerity to do this. Because then you need to
Oh
spend 2
no,
points of
I'm
blood.
thinking. So it's 1 point of blood, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I. You know what? I'll say I'll spend it.
Alright,
I'm not
spend a point of
getting
blood.
any worse than I was previously, so. And this doesn't require blood, so.
So then on your celerity action, do that, and then you move around. These things didn't actually succeed doing any damage on you.
Yep. I think that, yeah, so she would attempt to. I think as well, as she's kind of like glancing over at Orla, she'd yell out to her, "Stay where you are!" Attempting to, as her eyes kind of like darken slightly.
Out of curiosity, do they need to understand you for animalism to work?
Oh, I think I don't know, because it's specifically, as animalism
look.
uses the beat to communicate with animals, the sentient animalism allows the beast to express influence over another canate's beast or a mortal's very will to fight.
I think it's subconscious. I
I
think
think it's
Okay.
subconscious, that's how I read it, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's subconscious.
Opposing dominance through fear, which is what she's attempting to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in that case, you get to
Yeah.
make the roll for it. What is the roll?
Yeah. Manipulation, intimidation, because she's trying through fear.
And what's the difficulty?
So I don't think 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will note there is one aspect to this which might be inconvenient. You
What's that?
need successes equal to the victim's willpower dots.
That is true, yeah.
Oh, that is true. Actually, yeah. Shit, how many would she have?
You don't know at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's been having a weird night.
She has
but
been having
yeah.
a weird night, but yeah. I think so. It's manipulation, intimidation as well. Actually, while normally social tests against mortals would have increased difficulty, that doesn't it doesn't
It doesn't affect powers.
affect intimidation, and also doesn't affect powers.
That's true, yeah.
But would there's this particular note on smell of the grave where
Actually, are you trying to terrify her, or you're attempting to soothe her into complacency?
not soothe her, terrify her.
Okay.
Yeah, no, definitely not soothe, not right now.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah. I think as well there's I think up to your discretion whether or not this would count, but with smell of the grave as well, there's a note that the upside is at storyteller discretion. This flaw may decrease the difficulty of social roles where being unsettling may work in one's favor, such as intimidation attempts
I'll
by
say,
one.
in this case, no, because it's a discipline power.
Yeah.
Also, she
Yeah, no
can't
worries,
quite
that works.
smell you. You're a little far away from her.
That's fair, but I thought I would double check just to cover my
It's
bases.
fair enough.
Yeah. Alright, let's go. Alright. Manipulation, intimidation. I'll spend a willpower. Alright, difficulty 7. 2 successes. Probably not enough, but yeah.
Okay. That's not enough, but it is a continued one, so you can attempt again on your turn.
Okay, yeah.
But she is not soothed yet.
Yep. Yeah, makes sense.
With that, we go to Randolph. Randolph, this thing has latched onto your leg after biting you, and its teeth are dug in deeply. As well, you feel an odd sensation.
Being drained.
Yes.
How much is it taken?
It's taken half a blood point yet, so nothing enough to affect you. But during the next round, you will lose a full dot of blood.
Indeed. Well, let's make it
If
not
it's
get to
still
that
latched on.
point. I'm going to reflexively heal.
Actually,
one
rather,
blood point, bringing...
you lose a blood point on its turn. It's not its turn yet.
Got you. I'm going to reflexively use a blood point, a singular one, to heal, and I'm going to put 2 into stamina, bringing me down lower.
Does it clear up all your wound conditions?
No.
Okay.
I'm on bruised at the moment.
In that case, it's still biting into you.
I'm fine with that, because I like it close. I am going to spend... Let me quickly check something. I am going to split my action, if I may.
All right.
1 to attack, 1 to defend, because my worry is that there's going to be another one that's coming to get me.
All right. Which one is your lowest pull? Your dexterity dodge or your dexterity brawl?
They are... It's my dexterity dodge at a pool of... my athletics is 2, my brawl is 3.
Okay. So you can do dexterity brawl, but it's -1 dice.
Yeah.
And whichever your action is your first action, you take it your full pull. Your second action, you take it half pull. Third action, you take it a quarter pull. And then you can't take more than 3 actions. That's how I'm going to do things. Also, the difficulty will be higher for how many actions you take. Cause...
Yeah. So difficulty 7, and I still a -1 modifier, or?
No, not this time, I don't think.
Alright.
Difficulty 7.
Dexterity brawl, difficulty 7. Let's go. Come on, Enoya. Oh, shit. 7 successes.
Yeah. +6 your damage.
+7 because of feral claws.
Yes, that's right.
11 successes.
Oh. Let's see how it soaks. Actually, this is aggravated. It can't soak. It can't soak aggravated.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, that's right. It's a ghoul.
It's a ghoul. It can soak lethal. Can't soak aggravated.
I think there's a moment as it's latched to his leg, as Randolph grits his teeth, feeling the draining. This isn't allowed to happen. The beasts of the wild, he has been risen above them. Claws extended, there's just a violent pulverizing strike, slashing this thing to ribbons.
Alright. Also, what's your hunger at the moment?
My hunger is pretty bad. It's not yet at a quarter. It is close, though.
Okay, I need you to make a self-control roll. Difficulty 5. You just killed this thing. But this is to see how your beast
3 successes.
You can feel your beast is like, kill them all, destroy everything. All of it needs to die. But you can pull yourself back from that.
The beast and me are in alignment in this certain case.
Oh yeah, and this is instinct for you. So actually, in this case, you take hold of your beast, controlling its wrath, its rage. You don't suffer wound penalties, and you are currently in a controlled frenzy.
Hell yes. Randolph is. Can I also move, or would that be an action in and of itself?
It would be its own action. You can sacrifice the dodge action to be a move action instead.
I'm good to keep it. Randolph is
Okay.
Path of the Beast, but he's Road to the Hunter, so he's using this as a defensive location.
All right. But that's mostly your action, is to kill this thing and then get a quick look around, ready for something else to jump at you. Meanwhile, we go to the hounds. These hounds drag. Oh, it's taking everything with it. It's taking everything with it. They drag this guy off into the forest as you hear him screaming and yelling, grabbing at the ground as he's pulled off into the shadows. These are gone for the moment. These hounds are going to make their way over to Maud as they smell fresh vitae.
Mm-hmm. Yum yum.
Yum yum. They get their attacks against you. Yeah. Ooh, 5 successes.
Nice.
2 lethal damage.
That's better.
Roll your stamina
Cool.
to attempt to soak.
Yep. Yeah.
Oh.
Nope, that's okay.
Alright. You take 2 points of lethal damage, and this thing is grabbed onto your leg.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, 2 points of lethal.
Then the next one gets its attacked. 5 successes. Oh, but there was a 1. There was 2 ones, so it's 3 successes.
Oh, 2 ones.
Indeed.
So that's
Plus
10 makes
2.
it +2. Another 2 rolls your stamina.
Alright, yep, roll my stamina.
Completely
Alright.
soaked.
You soak those 2.
Yes.
So you currently just have
Hell yeah.
one of them grabbing onto your leg as you take a total of 2 lethal this round.
Yep.
The bandits are either knocked out, running, or dead. This guy runs further into the forest until he's gone. This guy's still knocked out. Yeah, the rest of the bandits can't act, so that's all. Oh, not bandits. They're actually guards.
Don't
worry about it.
Don't worry about it.
Bandits. Orla
Should we not get
is currently being affected by a power, and she is not in control of herself, so she can't act. Maud, it's your turn. If you would like to continue animalism. Alternatively, you can drop it, in which case you break the concentration of it.
Yeah.
But if you'd like to continue, you can make the roll again.
I might continue it for now because it's keeping her in place.
Yep.
But if it fails, she
Do you know if you
She's-
fail, you have to
she's
start
got it.
all over again?
exactly.
moment,
so she's,
you do
if
have
she,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. So if she fails, she's just gonna try and brute force it. But for the time being, this is the least bloody way of doing it. Because even though the beast and partially herself kind of just wants to handle this and brute force it and just feed from her, she's also thinking back to, I think, fragments of a conversation from earlier with Iris.
Alright.
Alright. Where are we hiding? My special ability. Alright. Yes, manipulation, intimidation. Two successes.
2 successes. Added on to... Was it 1 success you got before?
2 success from before.
2. Alright, so that's a total
Yeah.
of 4.
Yeah, 'cause it's
Roll me a
power.
d10.
Yeah. Alright.
Straight up with d10.
Yep. 8.
Yeah. I'd say that's... Yeah, no, that should be just enough.
Okay.
I was thinking it'd be half the roll would be how much willpower she has, so if you roll like a 9 or a 10, she would have resisted.
Yep.
But, no,
Mhm.
it makes sense she'd only have like 4 willpower after everything she's been through.
Yeah.
So, yep,
sense.
she
Yeah.
is cowered by the power of
Yes.
the beast, and she freezes in place.
Hell yes.
And then you turn around to realize you're still being attacked by these fucking dogs.
Yes. But yeah, knowing at the very least that Orla is no longer attempting to flee, at least for the time being. She'll turn her attention back towards the others, which will be on her next turn, obviously.
Alright. Next up, at the end of the round, would you like to spend a point of blood to use celerity again? Get another action. No? Alright.
No fucking blood. I've got like what, 3 dots?
You
have 3 blood
eat
left?
something. You gotta eat something now.
I do. I mean, I could spend it and then just go feast on one
true.
of the people to get it back.
Also, I need you to make a self-control difficulty 9. You're starving.
Yeah, oh yeah.
My biggest concern is you get hungry enough. Oh, very good roll. You're not going to stop with the dogs or Orla. You're going to go for me.
The beast
Yeah, I know.
has arises its hackles, and it desperately decides to feed, but you push against it, and you are still in control. With that, we're into the top of the initiative with Randolph.
I would like to move towards these dogs and kill at least one. What do I need to do that?
Are you attacking the one that's kind of like moving around, or the one that's grabbing onto Maud's leg?
The one that's grabbing onto Maud's leg.
All right.
Yeah, this is
Dexterity
totally me.
brawl.
Let's do it. I think Randolph in a feral leap, because while some people struggle with the beast, he and his in this are in alignment. And let's see how well it happens. 2 successes. Oh, 4 ones in one
There's a
go.
lot of fucking
Jesus.
ones. Yeah.
Whoa, jeez.
I'm so glad that I rolled the way I did, because I don't want to know what a -4 botch would have been.
All right. So +1 to damage.
Indeed. +2 with feral claws. Let's do this. 5 damage.
Yeah. This guy's out.
What it looks like is, I imagine he uses the back of the carriage as a kind of spring to leap off, like a Randolph-shaped torpedo, all fours landing with a heinous slash, opening this thing's guts as he lands in a crouch, getting the one on your leg off. If he has time for words, he will say, "You eat now."
Meanwhile,
Don't have to tell me twice.
the ghoul Houndstone, who takes another bite at Maud. Actually, no.
Let's go.
Its friends are dead. It runs off into the night.
Oh.
Orla is stunned. Maud, it's your turn. Self-control, difficulty 9.
Yeah. I mean, she's gonna feed anyways, but yep.
You can't hold back anymore. The beast demands blood.
Yep.
You frenzy. And you immediately run for the nearest mortal vessel.
Yes!
As we are out of initiative, it becomes a narrative description. As you pounce on Ola, pushing her onto the ground, we watch as you rear up as your large fangs extend and you bite deeply into her throat. as you feast upon the blood below. Minutes pass before eventually you find yourself gaining 10 points of blood.
Yay!
I would, I think, in this moment. Hold on, let me quickly check my path.
Mm-hmm.
Failing to kill when survival is on the line, refusing to feed when hungry. There's blood around.
There is blood. There's this guy.
Could
And
I
there's
stop her?
this guy. Could you stop her from...
Like pull her off of Orla and bodily manhandle her towards perhaps less succulent meals,
I'd like
but
to see you try.
meals nonetheless.
Strength
Hey,
roll.
it's gotta.
Oh,
I've got to
also,
try at least.
yeah, you, as the time is over, you lose the blood bonuses you've gotten so far. If you want them again, you have to spend more blood.
That would put me at risk of frenzy. I am going to not do that.
Ooh.
So it's just gonna be this. It's gonna be 6 dice versus Maud with her hellaciously high pool and potence.
Yep, you get to do strength
But-
brawl.
Yep.
Maud, you also get to do strength brawl, but you get
Yeah.
to add your potence as auto dice. Oh,
Oh,
no,
as
you get to
auto
add your
dice?
dice as auto successes.
Auto successes.
Indeed.
Jeez, let's go.
You don't get a choice in
Wow.
this. The beast activates potence.
Yeah, the beast.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
You roll first.
Yeah, absolutely. All right.
So
Alright.
strength brawl, and then we add your potence as successes on top.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, I'm assuming I do not. I'm assuming I take off discipline 2 because that's adding that dice.
Yes,
to the
yeah,
roll.
you take off discipline
Yeah.
too, yeah.
Yeah. Standard.
Yes, standard.
Yeah, cool.
The only world in which
Oh,
this
auto
succeeds is if you
successes.
roll 20 billion ones and you didn't. That is 8
Yeah.
successes. I cannot beat 8
Yeah.
successes.
Oh, strength brawl. Let's see how you do.
Yeah, let's see how you do.
Let's see how you do.
6 successes.
You roll pretty well.
So
Damn.
yeah, it's just not
Double
enough.
tens.
Look, look at those 10s.
Those
If I had a specialty,
Mhm.
Jesus.
As you attempt to
I
pull
think-
on Maud's
yeah.
shoulders to pull her back, it reaches a point where you realize it's too late. The person she's feeding on is going to die anyway. It'd be a waste of blood otherwise.
waste of blood, perhaps. Hold on. I also have animalism free. I don't think I'll have the time to use it though.
No, you spent your action trying to pull her off, and by the time you stopped to realize it wasn't working, it was already too late.
I think in that moment, the moment that he realizes that it's too little, too late, there is a pang of a nameless emotion that he can't quite place. But he reverts back to the line of the Road of the Beast. She was hungry. She needed to feed. He is going over to the one remaining living dude who has not run away, and he's going to devour him as well.
Alright, you get 9 points of blood from him.
Indeed. That is 13 points of blood for me, which will completely top me up.
Yeah, I'm completely topped up too.
Alright. Maud, as you have finished feeding the beast, delighting in its hunt, you pull your fangs back. And as you look down for a moment, you see a familiar face. The student you thought you could take on. The life you thought would bring into eternity with you, only to kill them. To end them. You didn't know what you're doing. You didn't know that it wouldn't work. But it didn't. And now you stare down the body of another young woman whose life you have ended far before its time. What path you want again?
Eightfold wheel.
Yeah. This is difficulty 2 sin, failing to conduct yourself with
Yep.
honor.
Yep.
I need to double check the rules on how this works, but I know it's going to be a high fucking DC.
Yeah. Makes sense, yeah.
I think for Degen it's conscience/conviction diff 8, but it really does depend on ST discretion.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Because this is a pretty bad one. There's also, you lost control of yourself. That's another, like,
I did.
not great thing. You gave in to the animal within rather than, you know, venerating nature and the spirits as you should. The
Yep.
natural way of life.
Exactly. So is that my conscience?
It would be conscience for you,
Yeah.
as you are technically on the road of heaven. Technically.
Yep. Technically. Alright, and it was difficulty 2, you said?
No, difficulty 8. It's a level 2
difficulty
sin.
8! Oh, level 2 sin. Right,
Actually,
yeah,
before
yeah,
you
yeah.
roll, I want to double check the rules,
Yeah.
because I might have you roll
Yeah.
at a higher difficulty.
No, of course, go ahead. Absolutely.
Do you know the part in the book, Thomas? If you don't, that's fine. So,
I don't know it off by hand. Let me get to the degeneration rules.
Hey, vampires being vampires.
Yeah.
Vampires being vampires. Is that page 114? Sins against the road. Here we go. When a character sins at or below her level, roll conscience or conviction. Base difficulty is 6, increases of 1 for each level of difference between the sin and the character's current road rating.
oh, that's gonna be high!
Yeah, that's high.
So we're just gonna call it difficulty 10.
Sure, let's go. Difficulty 10, conscience.
Conscience difficulty 10.
Yay!
Yeah, that's rough.
1.
Yet you find yourself not feeling too bad about it. I mean, this is normal. This is just what happens. She got in the way. Should if she just stayed there at the church, she would have been all right. This is her fault, not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. You just did what you were supposed to. You lose a dot of your path.
Yep. Alright, I'll note that down. And that's bearing, correct?
No, it's the level.
Oh, the level? Wasn't bearing the level you're at?
No, bearing is how it affects you. Yeah, your level is oh no, you're right, that is. Sorry.
Yeah.
Bearing,
yeah.
there's a section
good.
underneath that's supposed to have bearing, but it's not fillable.
No, you're all good.
All correct.
Yep. Cool.
And what are you up to now?
5.
Ah.
Ooh.
As we see Maud in the darkness, her skin is a little paler, a little more taut, her teeth a little sharper, as the beast begins to show itself upon her features. Not enough that it's too obvious, but enough that it's there. And as we see... Oh, go ahead. No.
Oh, no, you're good. I was just going to say that I think that kind of scent of death and the grave that tends to follow her a little bit just kind of like lingers around her for a moment.
Alright. And with that, as we focus in on Maud, looking down upon this corpse below her, we're going to end tonight's session.
Yeah!
Oh yeah.
Maud, you really should have taken the prince's offer of, like, more herd. Hunger is bad.
Hey, you're not hungry anymore.
Take handout. Yeah, I'm not hungry anymore. I'm full. I'm not full, but you know.
Vampire
never be full.
burp, you know, just...
Yeah, blood burp.
Would you
Can I-
have did it?
Say again?
I was just gonna say, would you have, Randall?
Killed her? No, probably not. Would have eaten
No,
something else unless the beast
no.
told me.
taking the hand out.
Yeah,
I
that's you
I
get me. You get me.
I could I roll something? I kind of
Ooh.
Sure, what
like
do you want to roll?
it's okay if not. I want to roll conviction at a difficulty of 6, and if I succeed, I'm not going to do anything, and if I fail, I'm going to do something short-sighted and human.
Okay,
Goodness.
make a
Ooh,
roll.
that's a human.
So I'm just going to roll conviction, difficulty 6. I succeed. There is a part of him, something that isn't instinct, that tells him that this is an innocent young girl, something that in times long past he would have tried to save or look for. But that time is long gone, and doing something for nothing is a sin against the road, as well as acting without a plan is a sin against the road. He's good at listening to his beast, and he's bad at being human. But yes, if I failed, I would have tried to embrace her.
Oh.
Yeah.
You tried.
That definitely would have been a sin against your path.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
You did it
Oh,
out of
yeah.
mercy, not out of like an actual desire to embrace her.
Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, but yeah. With that, we're gonna go around and say our goodbyes. Starting off with our lovely monster of the evening, Mars.
Hey.
Hey.
Hello, I'm oh goodbye. I'm Mars and I played Maud and I love being a monster.
Mhm.
Our mains, let's go. Arr. I'm the monster. Rah, rah, rah.
Arr. All right. Next up, our inhumane hunter of the night, Thomas.
Hello, I have been Thomas playing Sir Randolph. Sir Randolph? Sorry, different stream. Playing Randolph of Clan Gangrel. I haven't been knighted. And that's been me. I've had a wonderful time, and Randolph has no regrets. Really, definitely, truly, no regrets.
No regrets.
Believe me.
Mhm.
I believe
believe you.
All right. Next up, our tyrannical prince of the Dark City, Blue.
You know, I think Tyrant like suits the clan better than the K Knight in question. I have a feeling
Hmm.
he's gonna become like the disappointed dad of this group for sure. He's not mad. He's just disappointed. But yes, I have been Blue. Thanks for watching, everybody.
All right. And next up are trying to look up synonyms for loyal, but that's like bad.
Valorous.
Valorous is a good thing.
That's right.
Oh.
Loyal to a fault. Drew.
Obsequious.
Obsequious.
Cultish?
Cultish? Kind
I
of.
don't know.
Drew, say your goodbyes for us.
Hi, I'm Drew. I've been playing Sir Oliver. It's been a lovely evening. Thanks everybody for watching, and thanks for playing, everybody.
And last and certainly not least, our dark devoted Rebecca.
Me. Hi, I'm Rebecca, and I played Iris. It was a good time. Yeah. I think Iris is also gonna be disappointed as well. But it's okay. You can be forgiven. And atone.
Exactly.
You didn't do anything
It's my
wrong.
turn to.
I didn't do anything wrong though.
Oh, I wasn't
I
talking
didn't
about
do
you,
anything
Marge.
wrong.
You're perfect.
And it is I, your great storyteller,
Oh, not you.
Mark, aka the CatsMeow. here with Isle of the Damned. I hope you've enjoyed watching us. We do this every week around this time. An ungodly time for the Americans, but maybe if you're an Aussie, this might be a better time for you. Nonetheless, I hope you've enjoyed, and I hope to see you all next week for our next dark episode. And I'm going to rate us out, because I'm not sure how many people we have, but it's a decent amount.
Hey.
And I've never done this before, so
Hey!
Let's
Ooh.
let's go.
go.
Yes!
I think these are
Raid
also
Be
a
a
bunch of
smart
Aussies.
Yeah.
We'll be rating Split the
No,
Party.
we're not Sabat.
Oh, cannot raid them. I'll find someone else to raid.
Ah,
No!
no.
Hold on.
I'm holding.
Wait for it.
I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
Daddy.
Steady on.
Loose.
Stay on target.
Just be more like Maud. It's fine.
Mod's
Be like
perfect.
Maud.
Mod's beautiful. Mod is so good.
I
Randall's
was trying my
fine. I wasn't. You were great.
trying my
Iris is-
best, but she's so strong.
Iris isn't disappointed in you two.
Here we go. Alright. And in 5, 4, 3, bye!
Farewell. And do not let the vampires bite.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Do.
Yay!
Oh.